G'day and welcome to DoughBoy Gaming and this live stream on Lone Oak Farm. This is a multiplayer live stream. We are live playing multiplayer on a custom game save, and yeah, it's free to anyone to join. As part of the Discord channel, you can just head into the multiplayer Discord channel and get the 4 mods that are required, and you can jump in and play with us for sure, and we'd certainly love to have that happen now and in the future. So today at the moment I've got Daniel, I've got DJ here with us, and
hello,
g'day, and we're just going to proceed through and continue on our work here. As you can see at the moment, I am just seeding this field. I think this is field 16 possibly, I can't remember. And DJ is off fixing up his cornfield that he stuffed up the last time we were playing in preparation ready for this this stream. But in any case, what are we doing? Well, many of you may well know that I'm doing a Go Big Go Home series on this map, Lone Oak Farm, and I know we're sort of thrashing this map a little bit, but it is just such a lovely map to play. And what we have done is, we were starting off with just a few fields and all that sort of stuff, but we figured, no, if we're going to open up to multiplayer and have up to 16 players on here with us, well, we need to go big or go home again. So we own all fields, and we are dealing with that at the moment. We're about to do some huge harvesting because most of our fields are ready for harvest, and we are going to be doing a lot of BGA work and all that sort of wonderful stuff, so it should be good fun. Now, the other thing is, for anyone that wants to join, like I said, that is easy enough to join. There's just the 4 mods, so please consider coming in and joining in, and yeah, we'll just have some fun and keep it all going. There is no seasons. To make it easy and sort of easy for downloads of mods and all that sort of stuff, we don't have the seasons. The only mods we have basically are the creator tools. We have, help me out here, Daniel, we have creator tools, we have I can't remember now. Oh, the Fleagle DPW pack.
Yeah,
anyway, if you go on the Discord channel, you'll find them. And so there's only 4 mods. Many of you will probably already have. Oh, Big M is a mod that's there. A definite must-have is the Big M. So if most of you will probably already have the 4 mods that we require for this multiplayer session. So please feel free. If you already have them, just all you have to do is jump into the multiplayer, go to the international server, search for DoughBoy on Lone Oak Farm, and you'll find us. And the password is in the Discord channel, which I'm not going to put over the live stream right now. So you have to be part of the Discord channel to see it. Anyway, Icelandic Farmer, hello my friend. Welcome to the stream. How are you, my friend? Not replying. He just comes in, says hello, and then leaves again, probably. That's what Ice is like. He's that sort of bloke.
Yeah.
Mate, you've always been my friend. I just love to stir you up. So that's all part and parcel of it. And if you knew us Aussies properly, you would know that's all what we do. So I mean, Johnny V's like that. But if you push your luck too much, then you won't be my friend. No, I'm good, mate. I'm good. Thank you for asking. The other thing I was going to mention, what was I going to mention? I was going to mention something else before I said hello to Ice. I can't remember.
I don't know. That's like, that's your part, not mine.
Yeah, I can't remember. Anyway, thanks for the help, DJ.
No problem.
The other thing, oh, that's right. With relation to this multiplayer, if you do come in here, there's only 2 real rules. Number 1 is don't be a jackass about it. Like, don't carry on and do stuff that DJ normally does. And number 2, just have some fun. I mean, that's all it's about. So we're basically keeping it very, very much on the lowdown in relation to mods. I mean, I know a lot of other multiplayer setups and that they have a fair few mods, and you've got to spec like 1 gig of downloads, all that sort of stuff. Understand that. But I thought, why not make it a nice, simple, go back to basics, basically playing vanilla game on one of the best maps that's come out for the actual for Farming Simulator 17, being Lone Oak Farm, and just have some fun together. That's basically the premise of doing it. It won't always be live streamed. We will just sort of randomly play the multiplayer every now and again, just sort of all get together and have a bit of fun. So it is available for up to 16 players. Obviously, so there's 14 slots available right now. But yeah, anyway, that's what we're doing. So yeah, let's have some fun. And Icelandic Farmer says, then I cannot join. So be it, mate, so be it. No, you'd be more than welcome, Ice. You're just not allowed to join the Discord voice server because I don't want to listen to you.
Oh,
that's a joke. That's a joke. He knows I'm stirring him up. He knows.
Yeah, I know.
He knows. In fact, I've got to talk to Ice, actually, because what I want to do is... I know I've mentioned in a couple of previous live streams I want to do something for our Australian farmers and our big drought relief drive that's happening here in Australia at the moment.
Yeah,
because it is basically bordering on a national disaster.
It is, yeah.
Ice isn't going to join because he's a jackass. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, so I want to speak to Ice and some of the other boys because I would like to organise perhaps a live stream. Or just a drive between some of us YouTubers to try and gain some money and buy some bales or some feed for some of these farmers that are really doing it tough. So yeah, I definitely going to sort of look at doing that. So I will be talking to Ice a little bit later on, certainly off stream and in private, and I'll be talking to a few other boys as well, and see if we can get a bit of a who's who going and do some streaming and some playing and see if we can raise some money for a very, very needy cause. I'm very pleased to announce that actually one of the TV channels has gotten up to $3 million so far, which is very good, even though they were late to the party.
Yeah.
But I was sad to hear that there was another 2 suicides in the last 3 days of farmers, and it's a very, very serious matter at the moment. So yeah, certainly want to sort of do something there. And I can also advise that as of tonight, I've confirmed that we will be going, as in Ducks All Gaming, will be going down to AgQuip 2018, or going up to AgQuip 2018, which is one of Australia's biggest agricultural exhibitions. So taking the family up there, I'm gonna check get the kids to learn a bit about farming and all the stuff that the farmers go through, and show them some of the nice big equipment and all that sort of stuff. And I'll certainly report back with photos and vlogs and all that sort of stuff of what we've seen and what we've done and all that sort of stuff. So I'm looking forward to that. And that'll be in a couple of weeks. David7810, hello, I'm new. I'm new too, David. How are you? Welcome to the stream, my friend. Don't forget to press the like button and the subscribe button if you would like to carry on and listen to us and our well, what we try and say is commentary and fun. But yeah, no, welcome. No, seriously. Yeah, so I mean that's something I want to try and organise. And Ice says we have the same problem here in Norway, mate. Due respect, Ice, I'm not so sure you have quite the same problem as we've got. We're currently going through a 13-year drought. And it is a national disaster. It's
bad.
Yeah, but anyway,
it's like you see some of the videos on Facebook or even YouTube. It's like so, like words can't even describe how bad it really is for these farmers. Oh
no, absolutely not. And it's just taken too long for the nation to be mobilised, basically, and that's very unfortunate. But and the other unfortunate part too, actually, is there's a lot of profiteering going on, which I was talking about today on a couple of the bigger talkback radio stations here in Australia this morning. And what we've found out and heard is there's a few wholesalers of bales and feed are actually holding back all their stock because they think the price for bales and feed is going to go a lot higher because the government's announced this really paltry funding for the farmers that are in strife of I think it was $12,000 per farm or something, plus interest-free loan. I mean, really, what the hell is that going to do, you dickhead? But yeah, these wholesalers are actually holding out to try and get a better price for all their stuff. I mean, look, there's a time to make a profit, but at this sort of stage, it's just it's not good karma, and these companies have actually started to be shouted out and told about. So we know who they are, and it's they'll get their due comeuppance, I'm sure. But Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, my actual uncle's a farmer, so it's kind of hard on him as well. So
Yeah,
feeding, just he's sheep farming, so he's out in Ballarat, so it's like, you know, still out in the middle of nowhere, still trying to, you know, feed his sheep. You know, it's like, where is he meant to get the water from? You know, so
absolutely.
it's like rain doesn't always come there because they're out in the middle of nowhere. There's no trees to, you know, guide the clouds around.
That's it. That's it. Well, I actually heard this morning that there was a bale drive done in Tassie, and
yeah, I heard
they've got 35 B doubles of bales coming from Tassie, but the guy was saying, unfortunately, they'd like to get more, but they can't because they've got flooding and they can't get to some of the fields and get the bales. So that's the diverse variation in our country. It's like one side of the Australia is just in severe drought and not able to handle it. And the other is flooded.
You literally look at Google Maps or Google Earth, you can tell the centre of Australia completely yellow or brown. Oh,
but you don't even have to go to the centre. You look towards the coast of New South Wales and Victoria. New South Wales and Queensland. You see the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and then you go towards Tasmania. It's like all green and whatnot. It's like.
G'day Bryce, g'day David Bull. They've joined us tonight, so thank you for joining us, gentlemen. Lovely to have you here as normal. Some of our regulars have joined us tonight as well. Yeah, I mean, like my uncle, he's got an Angus farm in Tassie, and I was there at Christmas, and it was a stark difference. Like driving down from Sydney towards Tassie, it was just everywhere was bone dry. It was just the only bit of grass was like next to rivers and all that sort of stuff. It was just pure brown and gold and yellow sort of stuff. And as soon as you got down to Tassie, even though it wasn't all really bright green like it is at many other normal times in Tassie, I mean they're still finding it tough, but they're not in drought conditions.
No.
They have, it's just a total, it's like you've gone to a different world because it's just all this green in the pastures and all that sort of stuff, and it's I mean they're suffering from different challenges, and the fact that they get with their climate and their soil, they get a sudden downpouring of rain, and then basically their fields are clogged for the next week because it just holds all the water so strongly at the top that it doesn't dissipate and it just becomes a bog. So they've got the complete opposite, effectively, which is really unfortunate. And they can. And the other thing I know, I think it was on one of the talkback shows on the weekend. They were saying that the other problem they've got down in Tassie and even in South Australia is the adjustment fields they've got to like they're doing to grow for hay and all that sort of stuff. They're growing so quick they can't keep up with it. So in a way, they're happy they're able to help out the New South Wales and Queensland farmers because it's getting rid of some of their surplus that was just going to sit there and rot. So it's polar opposites and it's just amazing at times. But yeah, David, we are talking about the farmers, and seeing as David's in the house, I need to let everyone know that I'm going to pass on my personal thanks on behalf of many farmers and the Australian community, because David actually had one of his trucks or a couple of his trucks on the weekend take up some loads of hay or straw up to some farms up north. So thanks, David. You're taking a big part of that, and that's great to know. And it's great to know that we've got some people in the community here at Ducks Early Gaming that are making a difference and trying to turn some lives around. So on behalf of all them, David, thank you, mate. You're doing a good job. Icelandic Farmer says, last summer too much rain, this summer no rain here. Well, mate, we've had no rain at all, really, here in New South Wales and Queensland. Well, apart from the floods we had in Queensland, what was that, end of last year?
Yeah, about that, yeah.
And then nothing since. It's
yeah, exactly. That was like, what, like nearly 300 millimetres of rain in Queensland? Yeah. Something like that. So, since then, nothing.
Yeah. Well, actually,
Like
it's funny because this weekend actually for the next 4 days, Victoria, South Australia, and New South Wales have got extreme weather warnings for 300 to 400 millimetre of rain, extremely high seas, freezing cold winds. So whereas I know on the news tonight here, they're saying that during this week we're going to get up to high 20s. So there's just no let up for us. I mean, there's no rain on the horizon. It's just hot weather during winter, which is just non-seasonal. We're not used to it. But anyway, so David says, who am I playing with? Who am I playing with?
It's DJ here.
Yeah, so it's DJ, one of our lurkers in our Discord channel. He's been here basically ever since I opened up this server the other day, and
I'm pretty much the only one that's.
Well, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Apart from Aussie Medic coming in and wreaking some havoc, but I must say at least Aussie Medic didn't leave fields partially sown and all that sort of stuff. But anyway,
I'm almost done here, so don't worry about it.
DJ's good enough to have here as long as you want half jobs done. If you want full jobs done, then you've got to get someone else to finish his jobs for him.
No, you got to get me back in to finish the job.
David says it's raining here now and very bad wind tomorrow. And he says, hey, DJ. Well, you can read that anyway, DJ. What am I reading out to you for?
Yeah, I can read that, yeah. Hey, bull.
And Icelandic Farmer says, and this summer we've had big fire going on for a month. Well, that's no good, Ice. We go through that. In fact, our bushfire season is coming up, and with how dry we've had the winters, it's going to be a terrible fire season. That's for sure. So
I'm not looking forward to it at all.
They've already done a lot of big back burning here in New South Wales.
Yeah, exactly.
So
anyway. They've done some here in Victoria as well. So
yeah. Anywho, all right. So let's have a look while we've got a few people here, and before we sort of bore them all to death with all this, let's have a quick look at where we're at with our map. Before I start talking about politicians and getting really cranky. So, as you can see, we own all the maps, all the fields, and currently we've got a hired hand harvesting field 30. So that's potatoes in field 30.
Yeah, that's potatoes.
So we're setting up all these fields over here near the BGA. We're setting up with grass or corn so we can do our silage. And the rest of the stuff is just all fields ready to harvest. So if we go back over here, we've got plenty of corn. We've got some canola. We've got some soybeans. We've got a bit of everything. In fact, what's happened to field 28?
I don't know. What is field 28?
What did you do to field 28? You didn't finish doing that one either.
Didn't I? Well, I didn't even start field 28.
Well, 28's missing a great big lot of canola or soybeans. Anyway, that's okay. That's all right. I'll forgive you this time.
I don't even know.
Yeah, so we've got all that. Plus we have 500. I think we've got 500 sheep. We've got just a couple of sheep to look after. We haven't got any cows or pigs yet. Once we start getting a few more people coming onto the server, we'll certainly start looking at getting some cows and some pigs and developing that as well. So yeah, it's just early days at the moment, but we'll get there. It'd be nice to have a couple of extras pop in.
Exactly.
Haven't heard from Aussie Medic yet, so I mean he'll normally sort of crash in about this time and start sending me PMs,
which is
and annoying
kind
me.
of weird at the moment. He hasn't crashed in.
Anyway, it's all right.
I like him.
Does DJ live in Victoria? I don't know. Where do you live, DJ?
I did say that.
I did say that.
There you go.
Yeah, so DJ is a Mexican. He's an Australian Mexican.
Oh, totally. Yeah, I'm not a Mexican at all.
You are. You're Victorian.
No.
Yeah, you're all Mexican south
Damn
of the border.
Oh, south of the border. Yeah, great. You want to put that joke on me? Do it. I don't give a damn.
Bryce says, wait, hold the hogs. Did you just say you're doing pigs? Mate, we'll do pigs if I get people to come on to do pigs, basically.
Yeah.
So if you come onto the server, Bryce, that'll be your job. You'll have the pigs to look after. How's that?
I've already got like several jobs doing anyway, so.
Well, you only do half a job, so I don't know what you're complaining about.
Shh. Totally completed.
David says he lives in
Okay.
Heathcote.
Heathcote, yeah. That's good then.
Bryce
Not-
denied.
Actually, literally, probably about 2-hour drive from me.
Oh, really? Not too far away.
Yeah. No, not too far at all.
Icelandic Farmer's on his way out. No worries, mate. Take care. We'll definitely talk. See if we can do something to do for the farmers both here and over there in your home. So I'll drop you a line at some stage and we'll see what we can do.
So ice.
All right. Oh, very tired.
What's wrong with you?
Oh, late nights. Been doing a lot of work. Anyway. So I'm guessing those of you that are with us tonight saw my post today on Discord that we had a minor meltdown. And I was going to quit. I've quit from doing videos. That's it. Done.
For now.
The main hard drive I use for storing all the videos, both the raw and the edited, basically went cactus, and
Went kaput.
yeah, it went not playing anymore. Had enough of you. And unfortunately,
How big was that? How big was that drive?
6 terabyte. So
I couldn't afford a 6 terabyte.
it wasn't cheap. So I mean, Seagate have very quickly said, yeah, no worries, we'll replace it. Not a problem. But that's not the problem. The problem was the fact that all the data on there. But
Yeah, exactly.
thankfully, most of the data that was actually on that drive, I had just over 3 terabytes of stuff on there. That was mainly photos. Yeah, I've noticed, David, because you haven't messaged me today. I was feeling quite left out. I was just saying just a while ago I haven't heard from you today.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's actually been quiet on the Discord lately.
It has. Well, I've sort of got
Yeah.
a new job at work as well, like a new project. So I'm flat out at work too, so I can't spend much time at work on it. Anyway, yeah, the vast majority of the data I've got on that drive is photos, but the photos are backed up on another external hard drive which I've got. But I don't have the videos net on there because number one, the file size is too big and the data transfer rate and all that sort of stuff. It just stuff up the server I have got. So I sort of thought, well, it doesn't really matter anyway because push on shove, I can pull a video back off YouTube and have it and all that sort of stuff. Oh, DC, shut up. You've come in the channel and now I'm telling you to shut up. Within 5 seconds you'll be coming here. Anyway, yeah, so I mean the main reason I bought a 6 terabyte one, for instance, is if I bring stuff home from work to work on, occasionally I'm working on emulations and simulations from work, and they can be up to 2 terabyte in size just on their own. So I needed to have a decent sized drive that could do all I wanted to do, plus also hold the work stuff I needed to. So I'd bring it back on a laptop, connect it up to the server, and then download onto the server and do the work on it. So that didn't worry me because I didn't have any work stuff on there anyway that I needed to be worried about, but just the video stuff. And that was the unfortunate part, in the fact that I've lost I think it was about 8 videos. I think I've lost, I think it's 2 Valley of the Old Farm, 2 Sosnovka Knot, a Beaver Creek, and then a couple of mod reviews. But I've also lost, unfortunately, I realised this afternoon, my top 10 mods.
Yeah.
But I think I've still got the top 10 maps on my C drive, which is where I do the editing from. So that one I might be okay with. But anyway, it's unfortunate. The timing was shitty. I mean, if it had happened a week later, it would have been fine because all the other data would have been on the 2 new 6 terabyte drives that I'm getting with the new box. They're going to be mirrored. So I have a redundancy there. But that's the way it is. Unfortunately, yeah. But anyway, so the videos will be another week or 2 before I get any videos out for normal scheduling. So as I said on Discord, I'm just going to be doing live streams in the interim. Certainly won't be going every night or every second night. but I certainly will be doing as many as I possibly can within my schedule. So yeah, DC came into the channel and said, "Wait, you work." I was very tempted to put him on a timeout, but anyway, he's still here. How are you, Duck? I'm good, thanks, DC. How are you, buddy? It's a long time no see. Have you been avoiding me or something? I haven't seen you around my channel or my Discord for ages. Very, very, very. I'm insulted. I'm insulted. In fact, I'm not. But anyway, never let the truth get in the way of a good story.
Truth hurts.
So no recovery options on it at all, DC, because it was just a standalone drive, and I figured that the fact that it was only 3-4 months old, I shouldn't have to have a recovery option on it. Yeah, I know, stupid thought, but I figured that I could wait out until I got the new PC and then had it all configured. But anyway, it is what it is, so we'll deal with it. Bryce says, Bullet Bill, Stevie, and now you. Computer issues going on everywhere. It is. I did notice that Stevie was having problems as well. Fortunately, mine aren't as bad as them. And fortunately, I've already got a new one on the way. But yeah, it's not good. It's not good. That's for sure. But anyway, it is what it is, I guess, and we just deal with it and just keep on rolling along as best we can. So we'll just keep on going. We'll do some more live streams, see if we can alienate any more people, and then go from that. DC says, I've been around. You've just been ignoring my comments. I don't think you've commented in my Discord the last week, have you?
I don't think so.
No. See, I've got my security member here. He's backing me up. Anyway, now I've said that. Now I've said that.
Just prove me wrong, please. I just want you to just prove me wrong.
Who, me or him?
DC.
The only problem is now we won't stop, and we won't be able to shut him up. We'll just do it on purpose.
Yeah, now.
Bryce says, if you stream tomorrow morning, I'll join you. Mate, I was just saying to DJ just a while ago, and we're talking about while we're prepping everything and getting started, I said the unfortunate part is because most of my subscribers and viewers
overseas,
like in America and Canada. I always say that.
Canada.
I hope
Canada.
I hope Canadian.
Canada.
I hope Canadian.
Canada, Doc. Canada.
Yeah, I know. I hope Canadian Rob didn't hear that. Yeah, most of my viewers and subscribers are American or Canadians or Europeans in some way, shape or form, and some POMs. Yeah, so I'm aware that the timing of these streams is not conducive to those viewers, except for like if you want to listen to it on the way to work, or which you probably shouldn't do because it may be conducive to car crashes, and I'm not responsible for those whatsoever. Or not able to sort of watch and interact and play with it. So I mean, I understand that, and that's why these multiplayer ones I'll certainly be doing on either a Saturday morning or Sunday morning Australian time, which means that it gives you guys in America and the US and Canada a chance to join in as well.
Canada.
Yeah, I know. I was doing it on purpose. Shh. So yeah, unfortunately, Bryce, I can't help you with this one tonight. But I thought I'd just go out and do something. I mean, this is also a test because I'm serving this game and this server locally. I need to sort of stress test to see if I can actually sustain both the data rate for the server and also the streaming. So that's the reason for doing this tonight anyway. There's no point me waiting and doing that when I've got 15 people joining the server and then find out, oh, it's not going to work, and then it either lags out the server for everyone playing, or alternatively it kills the stream. But in saying that, I will most likely take the SGS server, so the Simulation Gaming Society server, which is the server that I provide, and I will move this save game onto that server, so then we don't have to have that problem. So that will be something that will probably happen the next week or two, but we'll just sort of see how we go with that and whether it happens or not and when it happens. So, Nathaniel Lee, Duck Sawyer, are you going to get FS19? No, mate, I'm not getting FS19 because it's got John Deere in it.
Good, not a good answer. Sorry.
If Farming Simulator, if Giants take out John Deere from Farming Simulator 19, I'll buy it. If they don't, I'm going to go play Minecraft.
Way ahead of you.
And I hate Minecraft. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Yes, mate, I am going to get Farming Simulator 19. You're
gonna have to pretty much live with John Deere nowadays.
Well, I've actually spoken with the people where I've bought the PC from and asked them if I can actually get a filter, a software filter that turns green into white, for instance. And they believe that there is software that can do that. So I'm hoping that I can do that and then just turn all the green hues off, and then I don't have to look at John Deere tractors. I can just look at a tractor that's a white tractor.
That just has yellow John Deere on it.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate part. But I can just pretend it's not there. I can just pretend it's not there. I can just pretend it's not there.
Okay, I just found where the plows are.
Yes. Oh, the cows. Yeah.
No, the plow.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so no, I'm definitely getting Farming Simulator 19, and as I've alluded to before, there will be a couple of copies of Farming Simulator 19 up for grabs. I'm not going to say how, when or why, because number one, I don't want people just coming and subscribing to my channel just for the hope of getting a free game, because that's not kosher, and that's what a lot of people actually end up doing. Which is fine if you want a false economy, but I don't want that. I want my subscribers to be here because they want to be here, not just for a one-off chance at a game or something. But I will certainly be giving away one, maybe two, maybe even three copies of Farming Simulator 19, and that is all derived from my wonderful Patreon supporters and those that have made some donations to the channel via Streamlabs. So of course, Nightbot will come and tell you here every now and again that you can donate to me in either of those forms. Yeah, I don't actively go out and promote those. It's just there if people want. But 90% of all those funds that I receive from those means, both Patreon and the Streamlabs donations, go back into the channel in relation to either buying DLCs or whatever for the channel to actually use, or in providing stuff for giveaways and all that sort of stuff. And Farming Simulator 19 will certainly be the first big giveaway, apart from our first one of doing when we had the 100 subscribers.
Isn't that out in a couple of months?
Farming Simulator 19,
October.
20th of November. 20th of November is the release date. So I've already pre-ordered my Steam copy of Farming Simulator 19, and I've also pre-ordered the collector's edition from it wasn't Amazon or some site. I've just taken the risk of depositing
some
$10. Yeah,
some site.
Yeah, I just can't remember the site it was, but it was one of the 2 or 3 sites were advertising it. But I spoke to a few people and they reckon they've got the previous collector's edition of 17 off them okay, so it seemed to be the most reputable out of the ones that were there. But anyway, so yeah, we'll sort of see how that goes. I'd like the collector's edition one, I think, but I'm not overly phased about it. But yeah, so that's what I'll be doing. So certainly that's what the intent is. And I mean, who knows? I mean, that's one of the things I like to sort of randomly help people as well. So I may just find someone that hasn't got Farming Sim 19 or isn't going to be buying it or something like that. And you never know. I'll just do it the way I want to do it. So hopefully no one has any expectations or anything, but it's my channel. And I'm hoping the guys that have donated money and continue to donate through Patreon understand that I'll make the decision to do that where I can, when I can. And yeah, we'll just see. But I'm sure that no matter who gets it will either be very deserving or alternatively have earned it via a randomised selection or whatever else. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. David said, did I read there that David said he's fixing his truck? Is that what I read, David? I've been busy working on my truck. It's dead. Hope I can fix it. Is that the big white one? Is that dead? The one you used for the hay run? I don't know. He just said that he's been busy working on the truck because it's dead. And then he says, I will always be here, Duck. Next hay run for me is next month, I hope. Excellent. Well, that's good to hear. But is it... Which truck is it that's dead? Is it the big white one you sent me the picture of with the hay on the back of it with the big Aussie flag? That's terrible. Hopefully it's not too much and you get it all working fairly quickly. But yeah, so to our two guys who are here earlier, the new guys, David, and I can't remember who was the other one that joined in that came in just recently. Nathaniel Lee. So hopefully David and Nathaniel Lee will hang about and stay as a part of the channel, and who knows, they may even end up getting a copy of Farming Simulator 19 or the first DLC from 19 or something like that. So yeah, we'll see how we go. Oh, the other thing I realised that I actually lost too, and I was just talking about all that in the Patreon and stuff, is I've lost the first episode of my Patreon only series as well. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to redo that one. But and I'm not going to share any details of what map it is because it's going to be a surprise for everyone. But that series is for our Patreons only. So those that are Patreons to the channel will have access to a video series that is just for them, and yeah, hopefully they'll enjoy it. If not, I guess I'll find out pretty quick when they stop being a Patreon. Anyway.
If they leave you.
Yeah. Alright, we'll quit that series pretty quick. Oops, Farmer Oops is in the house. Hello, my friend Farmer Oops. I would expect he would probably be in the voice channel pretty quick because that's what he normally does. He normally hops in and says g'day. Oh, David, that's unfortunate. So it was the big white truck. Is it anything major, or is it just something general, just time consuming? I mean, I'm not a mechanic. I'm an electronics engineer, not a mechanic, so don't talk to me about anything mechanical.
Oh, I know a little bit, so it's alright.
I have trouble changing a tyre, let alone anything else.
Oh,
shut up. I didn't ask you for commentary. Right, this is the Ducks Orley Gaming channel. I'm the one that's commentating.
Simple.
No, zip. Right. Oops is in the house. There he is.
There he is.
There he is. Oops is in the house. How are you, Oopsie?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. All the better for hearing your voice. It's been a while. It's been at least 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Jonathan Mabry's in the house. Hello, Jonathan. Actually, I've got to stop doing that because someone was telling me the other day, one thing they don't like about streams is when people keep on saying hello to people. So I'm not allowed to do that anymore.
Damn.
I think that was DJ that said that, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't me.
Oh. Alright, where am I going to next? What field haven't I done? Let me have a look. I think I just broke my foot pedals for the steering wheel. Field 6. Off to field 6, just ahead of us. Oh, it's the motor. Oh, okay, I know that's the big thing at the front, isn't it?
It's...
Well, I hope it's nothing too serious, mate. You can get it done at fairly quickly and fairly cheaply.
Yeah.
But, keep me apprised.
Yeah, the problem, depends what's wrong with the motor. That's
obviously. You're a rocket scientist, aren't you? I mean, really? No. I mean, that's like that's like telling the Pope he's Catholic, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, exactly.
Jonathan Mabry says, "Oh, here we go. He's testing me. This is what it is." In fact, I'll just double check to make sure there's nothing on that field already. No, there's not. Right, hasn't been ploughed. Oh, that's because look, none of these fields have been ploughed.
No, half the fields are not even being ploughed, except probably the
none of the fields. Yeah, only 35 and 44.
Yeah, exactly.
Geez, you're slack, DJ. That was your job. All right.
It blames me for everything.
I'm allowed to.
Seriously.
I'm allowed to, because you're the only one here. Okay. So Jonathan Mabry has asked, why are you looking forward to in FS17, FS19 the most? Or sorry, I meant to say what? Okay.
Yes, what?
What am I looking forward to in FS19 the most? Can I tell you what I'm not looking forward to in FS19 the most?
I can pretty much tell you.
Can anyone has any? Well, what am I not
to?
looking forward to then, DJ? This is going to be the DJ and Duck show the way it's going. Yeah, John Deere. No, actually,
John Deere.
You know,
John Deere green colour tractors.
No,
that's it.
You're actually wrong though.
Oh, okay.
What I'm not looking forward to
me now.
What I'm not looking forward to the most in Farming Simulator. No, the dog's a waste of time. There's two main things. The main thing I'm disappointed for and not looking forward to in Farming Simulator 19 is the lack of class in the game. That's a big bummer for me. I'd really want... Yeah, DC got it eventually. Class. But well done, mate. You said it at the same time as I've already said it. Well done.
Great,
Road Scholar.
Yeah, great echo. Great echo.
Yeah, I mean, that's one that I'm not so happy with. I would love to have seen class in there and done properly and all that sort of stuff. In saying that, it's quite obvious that Giants were putting all the big work on John Deere because, I mean, let's face it, they're driving the game ultimately for console. Their biggest money maker in relation to farming sim is from the console market. That's just pure fact.
Yeah.
So they've got to maximise what they can from there. So the big ticket for them for Farming Simulator 19 was to get John Deere. So obviously they've done a lot of time and effort in doing that, and they've actually got it done. And kudos to them. Congrats. John Deere being the people that they are and the way they are with their brand. Many people have said that have been in Farming Simulator a lot longer than me that John Deere would never come in, and they sort of alluded to that previously. They'd never come in because they run their own game. They've got their own John Deere farming game or whatever the hell it was. So yeah, that's the first thing. The second thing is now a bit more details come out from the Giants Discord channel. Is these bloody horses? Whose stupid idea? And right, excuse me guys, I'm going on a bit of a rant, okay? Ranting coming, so just be warned. Whose stupid cockamamie idea was it for them to put horses in the game, number one? Number two, that we have to level them up by riding them? For Christ's sake, it's Farming Simulator. What are these idiots doing? If I wanted to bloody go riding horses, I'd buy Horse Riding Simulator. I mean, come on guys, I mean seriously. I'm at a loss. I wondered what they were going to do with horses to start with, and that's why I want GTX or LS Mod Company or someone to do a bloody glue factory and a dog food factory, so I can level these bloody horses up and then sell them to the dogs or sell them to the glue factory. Look, I'm not against horses or anything else like that, but I think this is just going too far. That's just my opinion. I mean, look, there might be some people that disagree with me and they're going to tell me I'm an idiot or a douchebag or whatever. So be it, you're free to do it. In fact, many people do that daily. But I think it's a cockamamie idea. I think the implementation of it sounds stupid and I'm just not for it. As far as I'm concerned, I don't care how profitable it's going to be. You will probably most likely find me never ever doing horses, apart from possibly the review of the game when it first comes out, and that'll be it. And my remark will be the same. The horses are in the game, you do this with it, it's a cockamamie idea, but if you like horses, go for it. But as far as I'm concerned, anyway.
Ask you something.
Sorry, oops.
Can I ask you something?
You can ask me something, mate. You can ask me anything.
What if it's the same reason you have pigs in there?
What if
to feed them and then care for them?
You have tasted the horse meat.
Have I tasted horse meat?
Yeah?
Of course I have.
Ask you.
Yeah.
It's very good.
It is. It's a lovely meat. I mean, I've had pies, a staple dietary requirement of Australians. I've had horse pies, like horse meat pies, and it's a wonderful meat. It really is. It's actually quite a smoky and tender meat. There's not a problem with eating horse at all. Dogs in a way are probably quite. In fact, I'd probably prefer to eat horse than what I would kangaroo. kangaroo to me is a bit too
Tough.
gamey. Well, it's not tough. You can overcome the toughness by the way you prepare it and stuff.
Exactly.
Look, sorry, Jonathan. I'll get back to Farming Simulator 19 in a second, but you've got me onto a bit of a thing I'm not so much passionate about, but I do like food. So yeah, kangaroo. It's not so much the toughness. It is just certainly some cuts is just far too gamey. Now, I mean, wallaby. I mean, I've had wallaby. I mean, when I grew up, we used to go up to the Central Highlands of Tasmania and go fishing and stuff a lot, and we'd have wallaby stew and all that sort of stuff, and rabbit stew and that we'd catch while we're up there. And wallaby's a different matter altogether. That is more like a cross between, well, as far as I'm concerned, pork and beef. It's got the sinewyiness of pork, but if it's cooked right, it just falls apart, and it's just a really nice tender meat like a good bit of beef is. But yeah, kangaroo. Even though I don't mind eating kangaroo, it's certainly not my favourite. I'd certainly prefer to have horse than what I would kangaroo. But I mean that varies.
Maybe the reason they have horses is the same reason they have pigs.
Yeah, well, look, possibly. I mean, if it was just
pigs only for food.
No, that's right. But according to Giants, for what they've got for the horses in at the moment, so basically with the horses, you buy the horses, and they're in a what was the word? It wasn't unsuitable, but there was a word they used to describe it. So basically, they're at level 1. You've then got to level them up by feeding them and all that sort of stuff, and also riding them. And then once you've leveled them up, then you can sell them at a higher price. If it was just a matter of feeding the horses and all that sort of stuff, I wouldn't have a problem with it. I mean, it's just like the pigs. It's like, well, you do it or you don't do it, either way. But this rubbish about having to ride them, I mean, that's just cockamamie. I'm sorry. I mean, in fact, I could use a few more words, but I want to keep this channel G-rated. But it just plumps as just, to me, pure BS for this game. I mean, I thought forestry was a pinch for the game, but I mean, look, it's been around longer than just Farming Simulator 17, and I mean, who might argue with that? But it's the same sort of thing. In this game, I don't even think forestry should be in here. If they want to put horses in, fine, but don't put horse riding. I mean, I can go and buy some stupid game from Two Step Productions or whatever the hell it is, where I can go riding a horse. I mean, I want to drive tractors. I want to look after a farm. Fine. If you want to put horses in the game to use as an animal to use, not a problem. I'll feed them. I'll look after them. I'll sell them. Not a problem. Same as what I do with the pigs. But to ride them, nah. Sorry, nah. Not going to do it. Anyway.
You don't have to.
Oh well, it doesn't matter. It's just, I just think the idea is stupid. I mean, I'm always going to be honest with what I think. I mean, that's all part and parcel of doing this. I mean, it is my channel, but I mean, Giants are probably never going to send me a postcard and say, "Oh, look, we like your ideas about Farming Simulator 19," but I don't know. I can't. Look, it might surprise me. It might actually be worthwhile. I severely doubt it. I just can't stand the idea of it. I think they'd be far better off spending more time doing either more variation of crops. Like, why? Okay, they've got cotton. Yay! They've got oat. Yay! Good. Well done. What about doing rice? What about doing orchards? I mean, look, I know Pure Farming's done that, but why not?
Orchards for winery, yeah.
Well, that's it.
Wineries as well.
Why not vary it a bit more? Why not do grass, like sodding? So you're actually doing turf. So instead of just mowing the grass and doing it for grass or hay bales or whatever, you're actually doing it to sell rolls of sod, of turf. There's all sorts of different farming things they can do, and I don't mind the animals. Fine, put bloody goats in there, put alpacas, put bloody whatever, put emus, ostriches, whatever, flamingos. But we don't need to be riding the horses. We don't need to be taming them. It's like, fine, you're going to give us a dog as well. Right, we've got to tame the dog as well. Right? So anyway, that's what I'm getting at, Jonathan. That's why I've been petitioning our good friend GTX, Andy, who's part of LS Mod Company, to make 2 mods, and that would be the dog food cannery and the what was the other one? Dog food cannery and the glue factory. But he's a little bit worried about Peter going after him. But I reckon it'd be a great mod. And that's the time I would do horses. I would go out of my way to do the horses then, just to send them to the cannery and the glue factory. And you can't argue. It's a real life thing. That's what they use for, particularly for the glue. But anyway, I know it's going to offend some people, and the horse lovers that are here are going to go, "Oh, you can't say that about my horses." You know what? Stiff shit. It's real life. You can get over it. It's like these lovely do-good greenies that go, "Oh, you can't be hurting the animals. You can't be hurting the sheep and all that sort of stuff." Well, strangely enough, they're not all vegans, and some of them go home and enjoy a nice lamb casserole or a nice lamb steak of a night. It's like hypocrites. But anyway, all right, end of rant. Otherwise, it's going to be a rant night. I don't want to do that. I think I've let my feelings known about the horses for now. So I probably won't revisit that for a little while. Look, if you agree with me, that's fine. If you disagree with me, that's fine, and I'm happy to talk about it. But honestly, I think they lost the plot with that one. But anyway, that's just my opinion, and it probably won't change. But I'm willing to listen to counter arguments. And look, I will give them a chance. I will certainly have a look at it and give it a chance when 19 drops. But yeah. Oh, actually, a meat pie factory would do as well. It doesn't have to be a cannery or a glue factory. Maybe we can have 3 different mods from GTX. But anyway, actually, he hasn't been around lately, so maybe I've scared him off. He's too worried about it. Maybe he's already had death threats from Peter or something. But anyway, not that I would imply that Peter send out death threats and all that sort of stuff. But anyway, you know what I mean. All right. Now, back to Jonathan's question. So, they're the 2 things that I'm most disappointed with Farming Simulator 19. All right, let's talk positive. So the things that I am interested about Farming Simulator 19, look, I haven't fully caught up with all the stuff that's coming that we know about so far, but I can talk about some things. Dynamic Sky, brilliant. Really happy with that. Some new equipment, yep, happy with that. Apart from John Deere, yep, we know about that. But look, I'll give it a go. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say I'm never going to use John Deere, although I do jokingly say that, but I'll give it a go. I'll have a look at it. Some other good things, the textures, the textures and the colours that they're putting in. So you may or may not be aware, one of the things that they are putting in relation, and this sort of helps the modders more than anything, is brand name, liveries and colours. So basically, for modders, what will happen is, so like, let's look at Farming Simulator 19 for instance. Now, if I went and put all the John Deeres that I have as mods, for instance, down on the map as it stands now, there would be 8 or 9 different coloured greens and yellows that are used throughout those mods. Well, what Giants have done for Farming Simulator 19 is they're applying manufacturers' liveries or model liveries. So basically, if you go as a modder and you want to build an 8310 or whatever the hell we're talking about, if that's actually one of their models, then from what I understand, you can select John Deere as the livery, and that will apply the correct RGB/CMYK colour tones to the model. And I think that is brilliant. So I mean, there'll be no more of this. Like, for those of you that would have seen a live stream the other day, I had a cedar I was using, and it was disgusting. The colours on it, even though it was green and yellow, it was nothing like the John Deere colours. That's the thing that sort of irked me about some of the things. Like, and even the same with class. Like, some of the class stuff you see, the greens are different. Even the white. I mean, people are getting the white wrong. They're using a off-white or an ivory and stuff like that. That's one good thing I'm looking forward to seeing. I mean, it should. And Massey Ferguson case is another one. Like, you go and get a case or a Massey Ferguson mod, you sit connect another one, and they're 2 totally different colours. So that's a good thing. The dog, look, the dog means nothing to me. I think that's just a fluff piece. The look of the game with the extra shadows, the terse, what was I going to say? The extra terrain shading and all that sort of stuff. That looks fantastic. Now, let's not look at that latest Fent screenshot to judge that by, but because it doesn't quite look right, I don't think, and a lot of others have said that. But certainly, from what Virtual Farmer has said and Simulate have said, from being there and seeing the actual in-game gameplay, it does look a lot better than Farming Simulator 17 does. Yes, okay, it's the same, using the same core graphics and all that sort of stuff, but the improvements they've made to it are substantial enough that it does make a difference, and you do see a difference. Now, I have no reason to doubt Virtual Farmer or Simulate, and I think they're both stand-up guys, and if they're going to tell me and tell everyone else that everything has improved in relation to textures and shading, then guys, it's changed, it's better, and we just have to wait and see how much better it is, or when the time comes. So yeah, but yeah, so that's something I'm looking forward to. What else was there? I'm trying to think now, because I wasn't really going to talk about Farming Simulator 19, so I didn't prepare myself. What else was there? What else? Someone, come on, DJ, tell me what else was there. What other things were there? Come on, chat, tell me what there was, so I can talk about it.
I haven't read up on.
Oh, like, no, the GUI. The GUI. I'm really impressed with the GUI. So the in-game HUD.
Oh yeah.
That looks fantastic. It really does.
It's not a solid colour.
No, it is see-through. It is transferable. Yeah, thanks, DC. I'll get onto those. Yep. Thanks, DC. Get onto that. Wait for it. Yeah, the HUD is fantastic. I really like the look of the HUD. It is semi-transparent. It's got an in-game compass. It looks sweet. It really does look really nice. Now, the in-game mod hub apparently doesn't look quite so good, in the fact that it's not got the good function, like the functionality that was asked for in improvements. I don't think's been added to it, or there was something about it the other day I sort of read briefly. But I think that's pretty much the same as what it currently is now, but just the new look, so it'll be semi-transparent and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, but the GUI, the HUD looks fantastic. It really, really does. So I'm looking forward to that. I mean, that's only a small part, I know, but if the game looks good when you're playing it, then people will enjoy it. I mean, like, you look at that menu now on the top left-hand side, and even GPS, it's like takes away from the whole screen. Mind you, so does that stupid bloody display on the middle of the bloody windscreen. But anyway, that's inherently part of the tractor. But yeah, no. So I'm looking forward to that. The other part, let's talk about the different game modes in the buyable farms area. Now, I'm in two minds about some of this. Sorry, what was that?
The traffic.
Yeah, it's. I don't know what. Oh, the traffic. The traffic hasn't really changed as far as I'm aware. That was some of the comments I was talking about the other day. The buyable farms. The idea is good. What I'm afraid of, and I know this has been discussed at Frontier Designs a bit by the boys there, and obviously I'm lucky that I get to sort of see some of the discussions they're having, and one of the things that was sort of mentioned, and I've been worried about since they announced it, was, does that mean we're going to have all these half-assed maps, forgive the term, that they're just going to plop everything out and just hope that all the players will just put their own farm out and sort it out? You know, I don't mind the feasibility of the fact that it will be available to us. My problem is that I don't want all of a sudden the maps for Farming Simulator 19 to be very bland and just relying on the user to do the farm stuff. That is what concerns me and worries me. I really look forward to, like in Farming Simulator 19, I've really looked forward to when maps are coming out. So I looked forward to Lone Oak, I looked forward to West Coast, I looked forward to Broad Acres, I looked forward to Shamrock. I'm looking forward to Shamrock Valley. I haven't got Shamrock Valley myself yet. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, Oxygen David, if you're watching. Oakfield Farm, all those sort of farms, I've really looked forward to them coming, because I know they're going to be detailed, they're going to be well laid out, all that sort of stuff. But then you look at the flip side, I'm not going to name names, but you've got some maps that already currently aren't that well fleshed out in relation to the layout or just the aesthetics. I mean, look, let's go down through here. Now, we know this farm here is a one-to-one representation, apart from those sheds there, of this true farm at Lone Oak. It's there. And like all the details, they're placed nice and all that sort of stuff. Unfortunately, though, there's a lot of maps that just put a few sheds in, and there's not all this detail, like attention to detail, like all this here, like having a little rockery through here and all that sort of stuff. There's so many maps that don't have that, and I really appreciate it. And I'm not saying it just because I'm thankfully part of the Frontier Designs media crew and all that sort of stuff now, but it's just a level above everyone else. I mean, literally, and it's just great. I don't want to see us lose that. I don't want to see modders get. And I don't want to imply they're going to get lazy, but I don't want to see them get lazy and they're just going to think that the players themselves will do it all. So they're just going to leave bare patches all over the farm, over the map, so as you can put a farm in here or whatever else. That's nice to have, but I still don't. I just hope it doesn't destroy us having maps like this and like West Coast and Oakfield Farm and stuff like that. That's my concern. I think the idea still is fantastic. I think putting the placeables down and be able to, and they did confirm you'll be able to place your own roads and all that sort of stuff leading into it, all that sort of stuff. That's a great idea. It really is. I look forward to that. And for some maps that are made purposely for it, it may fit really well. But I'm just concerned that it might devalue, I guess is a term, the quality of some of the maps that have come out. But anyway, again, time will tell. The difficulty level, I think that's a fantastic change. So if you're starting on survival mode, which is basically the hardest, you start with basically no equipment and you've got to work your way up. That's great. I mean, that's like your realistic, sort of similar to what we're doing on the realistic series here on Lone Oak Farm. And that is exciting. So a little bit better than just having your as we jump in the fence here, a little bit better than just having your standard easy, medium, and hard sort of thing. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think that's quite a good change. But again, time will tell. We won't know until we actually get our hands on it and sort of really play with it to know whether it's any better or not. Someone's at the door.
Yeah.
Was that you? Was that you, Ops, or DJ's?
No, it's not mine.
Mine.
No one would call my house at like this time of night.
All right, so I've in my rant and in my store, I've probably missed a bit of stuff. Oh, well, actually, that's the other thing too. So with that, the other thing is you will no longer be buying fields; you'll buy areas, and that's where I think, and that's part and parcel of where I think some of these modders may get a bit lazy. Oh, there's my fertilizer over there, my spreader. That's where I think some of them may get a bit lazy. The fact that they don't have to do, well, as I understand it, they're not going to have to do field definitions. They just do area definitions, and it's up to the player to define his own fields. I mean, to me, that makes it very basic, and I really sort of fear for the fact that, yeah, and you know what I mean. I just fear for the fact that it will be taken advantage of in a way, and some modders won't put the detail into it, and you'll get in the map and it'll be like, yeah, okay, no worries. But I mean, we'll find out very quickly, because I mean, the likes of Farmer Klein and all those that do map reviews will very quickly be able to tell us, no, look, this map sucks, it's not got this or whatever else. But they're my concerns. I think the premise of the idea of what they've put in is quite good. But I'm just a little bit worried about the application of it from a modder's perspective and also from a player's perspective. So yeah, anyway, I'll go back to the chat and see what else we've got. So let me go back. Jonathan said we had something similar to the dog in Farming Simulator 15 with trusty sheep. Did you? Trusty sheep, was that a thing? Really? Alright. DC says that would depend on the modder, because every mode is supposed to already have the farm placed and everything right. Not as from what I'm led to believe, DC. From what I understand, from I got to honk my horn because this bloody DJ, he drives like a maniac.
I pulled over.
For once.
Yeah, oh yeah, you should have seen the other night. Maniac.
Shut up. What I'm led to believe is maps can be created without any farmsteads in them at all, and you just basically open the map up and you've got to place it and do it all. And that's, yeah, I think that might be okay for one map or maybe two maps, but I think part of the challenge is, and I enjoy like having the layout, like a tight layout. And I mean, I can't wait to see. I mean, I know I've said it before, and I'm a very late comer basically to playing the smaller equipment, the older equipment, and the smaller maps. But I can't wait for Shamrock Valley because the farmyard, I'm led to believe, from what I've seen in the pictures, is very small and very tight, and I can't wait to play that. Particularly, the challenge that's always there is to use my Big M on any map. So I can't wait for that challenge. I think that's going to be great fun, but I'm a little bit worried that a lot of that sort of stuff will be lost. And I mean, the other thing is too, I mean, certainly initially we're only going to have certain varieties of buildings and stuff to put on the farm. I certainly hope that Giants put in the ability for modders to create placeables that are used in those farm setups. I'm assuming that's inherently going to be there anyway, but who knows? I mean, they may well just not enable that, and so you've only got the stuff you can use from Giants in the vanilla version. I mean, I don't know, but I mean, a lot of it, as you know, a lot of this is speculation. We don't know fully what's going to happen, but we can certainly speculate and give it a guess and all that sort of stuff, and go by what information we do have. But yeah, I still have a lot of doubts about it, and I mean, a lot of other people certainly do as well, I know. Oh, it's already furted, is it?
Yeah, apparently so, yeah.
Well, yeah, but it's not, no. Yeah. It's got no level of fertilisation on it, because it hasn't been ploughed, probably. Anyway.
Yeah, that's probably why.
Alright.
I think we should do after all this stuff.
Yeah, I can probably do, well, yeah, we'll do ploughing of all the fields next, but anyway. I digress. So there's no point doing that. I might go and fertilise our grass fields because they can take some fertiliser. That might be a better idea. Alright, so we'll go back to the farm.
Do that now as well.
Yeah, so I mean, that's something to think about. Let's see, what else? I'm going to try and catch up on chat. Thankfully, it's very slow, so I can catch up, because otherwise I'll be screwed.
You're on multiplayer.
I am on multiplayer.
Yes.
That's what I said. Haven't I reiterated that part yet? You can come and join us if you want. Oops.
I never got an invitation to join you.
Oh, everyone's got an invitation to join me. If you're going, are you in my Discord? Have you been in my Discord? Well, obviously you're in my Discord channel. What am I saying? Duh. If you go and have a look in the multiplayer channel, the details are there. Basically, we're on the international server. Search for Duck Zorley, Lone Oak Farm, you'll find me. There's only 4 mods that are needed. You've probably already got them in your mod library, and that's the FS17 Big M, the Creator mod, the Fleagle DPW pack, and what was the other one? Anyway, they're all listed. GPS, that's right. So they're all listed in that channel. Whoops, I should actually look out the windscreen, not down at my feet when I'm driving. So feel free to join us, mate. That's what we're doing here, and anyone is free to join us when we're doing these multiplayer games. So anyway,
yeah, it's good to have a few extra hands, like doing some extra harvesting and whatnot.
Yeah, got to cover for the fact DJ only does half a job. So let me go back to these comments. The different game modes we're doing there. We're something similar to the dog gear. No, that one. DC says, looks like fields are not all going to be square, which means improved AI apparently. Well, the AI couldn't be any worse. If they've done if they've done some work on the AI, it can't be any worse. So I'm expecting that there must be improvements on the AI. I believe that the way of making field definitions has improved, or obviously it has because you're not doing fields, you're doing areas. And that I believe that was the biggest problem with the AI workers, because the field definitions sometimes didn't correlate to the field and all that. So anyway, it's over my head with that stuff, but that was apparently part of the problem. But anyway, it can only get better, as I said. All right, let's just see. That's better. All right, let's do the grass. Oh, shut up! Stop beeping your horn. Yes, David, you do have to be on PC to join multiplayer. So unfortunately, you'd have to be. But have you said you've got a PC with Farming Simulator 17 now, haven't you, David? Is that what you said? I can't remember. I keep getting confused with who says what to me. But anyway.
Yeah.
David says, I know nothing about Farming Simulator 19. I've got better things to do. Look, I understand that, mate. I certainly do understand that. And that's what part of my job is to sit here and inform you of the good, the bad, the indifferent. And that's part and parcel of what I want to try and do. As you know, you'll certainly get my opinion, as pig-headed or stupid it may be. But hey, that's all the way it is. No, you're on Xbox. Yeah, no worries, mate. No, sorry, we can't join.
Is it a map from what
Yeah.
Huh?
Map from Mod Hub.
Lone Oak? Yes, it is. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'll probably take you a while though. Whoops, because 527 meg.
Yeah, that's not much.
Yeah. Anyway. Okay, so I'll get back to these comments. I wasn't going to be always trying to catch up. Jonathan says, if it still rains in cabs when it now has windscreen wipers, I'll be mad. I believe they've already said that they have fixed the rain through the buildings and the tractors. So that shouldn't be a problem anymore. So when the wipers come on, the wipers will come on. And I think it may have been Virtual Farmer that said he saw the rain with the wipers. I can't be sure. It may not have been him. Field 43 hasn't been done properly either yet. Look at that. Must have been another job done by a DJ. But anyway, yeah, so...
I've got to remove the tops. The sugar beet.
Plow do you have in the game?
Sorry, oops.
What decent plow do you have in the game?
We don't have any decent plows in the game. We just have the stock standard vanilla stuff. That's the whole... That's the premise of it, mate. We're using the vanilla stuff. I will actually put one plow in the game. I'm going to put the 50 foot or 25 foot, whatever the hell it is. I can't remember what it is. John Deere one, the butterfly one that I use. I will put that one in when we transition to the actual server. But for now, it's just all vanilla mods except for the Big M and the Flegel trailers. Yeah. It's just to make it easy for those that want to join up for a bit of an easy, quick game of multiplayer. They don't have to worry about going and downloading 3 gig of mods to get onto the server sort of thing. So I'm just trying to make it as easy as possible so as we can get everyone on. Yeah. DC says... Oh, hang on. Jonathan says... No. Here we go. DC says, that would depend on the mod because easy mode is supposed to already have the farm place and everything right. Yeah, that's right. So easy mode would definitely have a farm... Well, the default should be with a farm placed on it, but who's to say if a modder's doing a map, they may not have that. They may have to place it anyway. But you may just be able to place them at no cost or whatever else. I mean, I don't know, but yeah, but that's not so sure. Anyway, this is bad. I'm not going to know where I've been because I'm not. There we go. That's a better angle.
If your camera's out far enough, you can see.
Yeah, that's what I've just changed it to. All right. What do I do? They will yet again be the only ones with multi-ground textures. Okay, now what do you mean by that, Jonathan? Not sure what you mean by that. If you want to elaborate, and I'll come back to that one. I'll be glad that placeables and the ground will be level. Yep. Come back to me on that one, DC. Not sure what you're on about there. David says, I'll be back in a minute. Got a phone call about the truck. Yeah, no worries, mate. That's more important than listening to me yabber on. What else we got? Jonathan says a map maker has already done such mapping in Farming Simulator 17. Yeah, there's actually been someone did do a map where you start off with nothing and all that sort of stuff. So it's not something entirely new. But coming from the base game, it's obviously new. So they've obviously thought that idea was pretty good and they've jumped on it. So I mean, why not? Oh, you just confirmed Google trusty sheep. I mean, that's just silly. So why'd they go back to... Well, anyway, I won't go back to that. My blood pressure will raise again. I need a drink again in a minute.
Get yourself a beer.
MP could be cool with the teams. No, that's one good aspect. So the teams aspect of it is looking very good. So multiplayer has definitely been improved by what they're reporting so far. So that lends well to those that are doing multiplayer, and certainly I think now I'm at the point of being able to stream. We'll certainly be concentrating, as I sort of miss a whole patch through there. We'll certainly be doing a multiplayer series of some point through Farming Simulator 19. So yeah, looking forward to that. I just bags that DJ's not on my team. He can be on the team with Icelandic Farmer. That sounds alright.
Your dreams. I'll be on my own team, thank you very much.
Oh yeah, team player, yeah, loner.
Team loner!
Yeah.
I just missed the whole thing.
You have to be on PC, yeah, we've already covered that part. Sai says, snuck in another while I'm at work. Yeah, mate, you were annoying me the other day. You pulled the mickey out of me, so I thought I'd do another stream just to annoy you while you're at work. So enjoy that one. No, it's just again it was a bit short notice. That must be oops. Yeah,
I thought you said something.
Basically, Sai, we've had a bit of an issue here with our PC. One of our hard drives died. So we can't sort of queue up any videos at the moment because I've lost a few of the videos and the raw footage. So what I'm left with is just basically live streams until I get the new PC. And I just figured tonight I had some time, so I thought I'd do a live stream tonight on the multiplayer. Basically just a test of both the multiplayer and streaming together to see if my PC can handle that, or my net connection more to the point can handle it. Which we'll find out very soon. Now we've got another player in the mix. But yeah, so that was the reason why we sort of or why I've opened it up and done this tonight. So but anyway, so it's not just to hide from you or to annoy you. That would not be in keeping with what I would normally do. Maybe, yeah. I can't vouch for that 100%. Sorry. Let's snuck into work.
Where is the server?
International.
Yeah.
And then
is
just
it at your
international, and just pull Lone Oak up in the map, and then just search for Duxorley or Ducks.
I'm in the server.
Of course you are.
Where is this? Where is the
He's
server?
running over to me.
Oh, where is the
Where
server?
is the server?
He's over here.
Where is the server at? The server's here at my place.
Okay.
So this is why it'll be an interesting test to see how we go with latency and all that sort of stuff. So what's your latency?
300 milliseconds.
That's not too bad. That's not too bad at all, actually.
For me, that's bad.
Interesting. Well, it's bad for you probably in comparison to what you normally have, but
Yeah.
it won't be so bad once I move it to the actual dedicated server. But it'll just be interesting to see how it performs. So yeah. So for those that are in the stream, if the stream drops out and starts dropping off, that's when I'll probably look at terminating, because obviously I'm not able to sustain it, which is all part and parcel of doing this as a bit of a test. But hopefully we should be okay. Anyway.
Are you going to start mow this grass or what?
No, not going to
fertilizing.
Fertilizing this grass at the moment.
First.
Okay.
And just tidying up. So I think 43 needs to be tidied up if you want to do that. Whoops.
What's
fact,
that?
What have we got to do? 43.
43. You move the top, so you got to grab the what's it called? The thing at the cow farm.
The grimy. Have to grab the potato harvester, and we'll start harvesting potatoes.
No, not the potato harvester. The beet harvester.
No, it's potatoes.
No, it's beet.
43 has potatoes.
Yeah, 43.
Oh, okay, then grab the harvester. I wasn't even looking.
Jeez, I don't know.
I thought it was beet for a second.
Arguing with the boss. Arguing with the boss. Not a good career move. Jeez.
What potato harvester do we have?
Sorry, oops.
What harvester do we have?
Just
for
the grimy.
potatoes?
It's all vanilla stuff.
Yeah, the grime.
Bud.
Yeah, it's at the cow shed.
It's over at the yeah. He's hidden it away somewhere. No, it's at the pig
it's in the
shed.
cow
Isn't it?
shed. Cows. Dog,
okay.
pig, whatever. Dog.
See, it's all going to go to custard. The more people we're having, the more this place is going to go to custard, I can tell you.
Yes, exactly.
All right. Sorry, David said. Sorry, David. I have a new motor for my truck, a Cummins N14, but I can't get it. I don't have much money.
That sucks.
How's your driving going, Duck? David, don't even go at me at that. Thank you. See you, Duck. I'll talk to you about my truck tomorrow on Discord. Busy day tomorrow, hauling wood. Oh, okay. See you, buddy. Thanks for dropping in, David. As always, it's great to have you here. So, yeah, great. Jonathan says, sorry, I'm just going to pause my driving at the moment just while I actually go through the chat. I want to get up to speed where we are. So Jonathan said, it looks like we have lost GPS tracking to CNC. What do you mean? They've taken GPS out of CNC? I haven't been keeping up with CNC because it's basically gave me the irrits and I just decided to give up on it. And with $200 and something or whatever it was I put into it. Once bitten, twice shy, I tell you. Bullet Bill's crew are the only map makers that have multi-ground... Oh, yeah, sorry, indeed. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that's true. I mean, the funny part is I know there was a discussion... In fact, I don't know how much of it I can actually say, but I know there was a discussion about why Giants don't do the long-distance rendering of grass and stuff like that like those guys have done. And it was basically met with essentially just because they didn't want to, as I understand it. So, but anyway. So I says, so in teams it'll be Johnny V is team beats. Yes, if we do a multiplayer and Johnny V's in the maps, he will only be doing beats, and that's his job, beats. And he won't be using a big beet harvester. He'll be using the smallest one we can possibly find with the smallest tractor and trailer, and I will punish him for it.
Yeah, that's funny.
Oh, I don't know why I turned that off. Yeah, no. Johnny V and Sugar Beets, nah, not my friend. Not my friend. All right, so you over there now, are you oops with the potato harvester?
He's coming now.
Coming now.
I'll get a truck and trailer over there for you.
I'll get him.
Oof. Again, you
keep
going. No.
Okay, you can.
No, it's okay. You go. Actually, no, I'm not going to use a semi-trailer anyway. We'll use a tipper. Where's our tipper? I'll take one of the tippers over. We shouldn't be using a semi-trailer on the field. So there's two tippers here. We can both do it if we needed to. Depends on how quick you actually harvest.
I don't know. Unless you bought another potato harvester. I don't know if we could do it twice.
Wrong key. Right, everyone look away from your screens right now. It's at the farm. Go for it.
Alright, cool.
Alright, so now we'll get stuck into some potato harvesting. Alright, okay. Oh, I was trying to read chat. Lucky David's not here. Alright.
Crashed right in front of chat.
Alright. Jonathan says, no, the mod maker has been hired by CNC. Oh, really? Oh, well, that's a bit of a game changer. So no GPS mod. Well, I mean, who knows? He may still make it. Or someone else might just take the current mod and rework it. Anyway. Come on, oops, I'm waiting to empty you. Hurry up.
Yeah. Put in the GPS.
Yeah, so the GPS mod maker has been hired by CNC. That's interesting news for sure. It'll be interesting how and when we can get GPS. I mean, that's one of those go-to mods. I mean, we all, well, certainly most of us use it, except for DJ, and that's how come he does really pathetic driving.
Oh, thanks.
But
I don't even know how to use it, so no one's how to teach me.
Oh, there's tutorials out there. There's tutorials out there. Yeah, so yeah, that's interesting. Thanks, Jonathan. I wasn't aware of that. Oh, too far over.
Yeah, we don't have a much on board.
Watch out for the tree.
That was a bad idea. Oops.
That's very interesting. Thanks, Jonathan. I had no idea. Oops, did an oops. And that's the other thing. I don't have glance on here at the moment either, so I don't know who's full. Anyway,
I'm not full.
So, was there anything else about Farming Simulator 19 I wanted to talk about? Should we talk about the horses again? No.
Yes, we've already talked about that.
I need a drink.
Why don't you leave it on with at the road?
Oh, the other thing was no, because I want to empty you out, and it gives me a time just to talk and not actually do any driving, and then I don't get abused for driving all over the place. Oops.
Yeah.
The other thing was another good thing for the modders. They've removed the alpha channel. Well, they haven't actually removed the alpha channel. They no longer use the alpha channel the same way it's used for the mods in Farming Simulator 17. I mean, this only really applies to modders or those that want to put additions on mods and stuff like that. And what they've replaced it with is like, for instance, metallic and plastic textures. So hopefully it should get us a better render and texture for our metals and our plastics and all that sort of stuff. I was quite interested with that. Not that I do modding or anything like that, and I certainly do not intend to do any modding. I haven't seen any bricks with wheels that do any farming lately, but anyway. So yeah, that was another interesting part from it. I can't think of anything else that I can remember from, and I feel very bad because Virtual Farmer went through a whole pile of stuff, and I really can't remember too much of it. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Farming Simulator 19, definitely. But yeah, it shall be interesting, that's for sure. For sure. Look at this lovely map. It's just getting time for sunset. Glorious, isn't it?
It is.
Lovely looking map. What are you at? What's your percentages?
19.
Is that all?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna be sitting there a while.
Sorry, I just said DZ's autopilot mod beeps when you run off the road. Yeah, thanks, mate. And you wonder why I do streaming when you're not around. You really have to wonder that, do you? Oh, dear. We'll give you that one, though. That's quite funny. Well, there's nothing else for me to do. Oh, hang on. Let's go have a look and see what the sheep are at. Let's have a look.
Yeah, go look at your sheepies.
Alright, I'll go over the sheep. Let's go for a drive. We'll go and have a look at the sheep.
There's a good clean-up.
Yeah, probably will need a good clean-up, actually. Probably need a few bales put away.
They make a mess.
They do. They do. 500 sheep make a bit of a mess. I was just thinking, it won't be that long, it won't be that far away, and we'll have 1,000 sheep, so it'll be okay.
Yeah, that's going to be a nuisance.
Well, but look, I mean, you'll be happy that you've had 1,000 sheep to look after when you've all of a sudden got 500 pigs to look after, and that's your primary job. So I mean, that's just
that's your main source of income. There, the wool is.
Well, that's right. But I mean, when you're working all the pigs, then you're going to have to think of your small mercies and think back to the easy days you had when you just had sheep. Si says sheep in 19, do they have manure? I think something was actually mentioned that all the animals have manure and that in the new version. I can't remember where I heard that from, but I'm pretty sure someone had said that that was the case. I stand corrected if that's not the case. I know the horses have poop, so I would assume that the sheep would have too. But yeah, I can't confirm it, but I'll have to dig it up. I'll have to see if I can find where I thought I heard it from, or ask a couple of people and see what I can find out.
Already tired?
Oh, it's my standard yawn. It's my standard yawn. I have to have at least one.
He's been yawning for the last hour. It's alright.
Yeah, I did it. I did a few yawns on the pre-stream before we started streaming. Jonathan, thanks for joining us, mate. It's a long time in seeing you here. Thanks for coming by, and thanks for all the questions and the information. I look forward to seeing you back here soon, and perhaps even you can come in and join us here on the multiplayer server. So, no, thanks for coming, mate. Certainly appreciate it. Let's go blind. See if we get taken out by a car. No, all good. Si says manure and glue, all I see out of horses. No, exactly. That's it. I agree 100%, Si. I really do. Simulation for the Nations here. Hello, mate. You've missed my rant about horses. But anyway, we won't go back there because my blood pressure will rise again. As I choke to death.
You can ask him later.
Yeah, ask me later. Yeah, I'm sure I'll do another couple of rants on it before Farming Simulator 19 comes out. Anyway, how are you, buddy? Good to see you. So, for those of you that aren't aware, Simulation for the Nation is another tuber. He's taken off like wildfire, actually. But yeah, check him out. Check out his channel. What a sort of guff. Can't go wrong. Just make sure you don't leave my channel just for his, because that would make me very sad.
No, you'll get over it.
Yeah, I probably would, but anyway. So did you say you're leaving, DJ? Oh, a bit of mess to clean up.
I didn't say anything.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, good. Oh, that's good, Sim. I did catch a couple of your videos today. I'm still trying to catch up. I am so far behind on videos since my vacation, my holiday. It's not funny. Oh, damn mouse. Alright, that's not working. My mouse is going off screen all the time for some stupid reason, so now it's time to use the side panel. I'm using the side panel, DJ.
Oh, great. For once.
But no, I was just going through what I thought some of the good, the bad, and the indifferent were with Farming Simulator 19, and I started off with the things I don't like, and I got on my rant about horses. So
yeah, that took about 20 minutes.
It did take about 20 minutes, didn't it? Well, it was most of my rants take about 20 minutes.
No, seriously, it was a good rant though.
Oh, it was it? I'm glad it met your
it
approval.
was.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well,
At least something meets your approval.
Knowing horses only, feed off hay and grass and whatever else. And then looking after them and then the leveling up system, that's like, hello?
Yeah.
Is that farming?
Yeah.
Didn't know that was part of farming.
No, I was thinking that I may well be alone on that sort of
More or
thinking.
less that's horses for pets, but,
Yeah. Anyway, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We've been there, done that now. We'll save that for another stream.
So his viewers did go from 9 to 5 when he was talking about the horses.
I scared some people off, did I? Oops.
Yeah.
I didn't notice, but anyway. Oh, that's all good. That's all good. If
I
people,
was watching your viewers. So
if people get frightened by my rants, that's okay. They're lucky I'm not really ranting. But anyway.
You come back to us?
Yeah, I'm coming back now.
Yeah, well, I'm full.
Alright, I'll be a minute. Yeah, so, yeah, looking forward to Farming Simulator 19, and, yeah, mate, I'm not going to argue. I'm not going to argue, Si, and I've been pushing Andy, because Andy has said to me, in fact, he said, and I will quote, unquote, this is Andy, GTX from LS Mod Company, making a glue factory and a dog food cannery won't be very hard because all the scripting is there ready to go. So, I reckon day 2 will be the glue factory, and day 3 will be the cannery, and I reckon day 4 with Bullet Bill's new PC will be his first map for Farming Simulator 19. So I think we'll be all good by the first week.
Yeah, the game is coming out on a Thursday. I hope he has a good map for Friday.
Oh, look, I can tell you that I don't think it's any secret that the Frontier Designs team have asked Giants for early access to the code so they can get working on maps and stuff like that. Apparently, they've certainly done that previously. With who I'm not 100% sure, but I also believe that Mappers Paradise have asked for early access. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that. But yeah, it's it'd be nice to know that that's actually occurred to get them a leg up, so we get some nice new maps going very quickly. But I mean, hey, we won't know until we get closer to the actual launch and that, I guess. In fact, we probably won't know because there'll probably be NDAs and all that sort of stuff signed. So at the end of the day, we won't know until 19's released. The second mod for Andy, the second for Andy is reskinning the chickens to ducks. That'd be a good idea. I wouldn't argue. I wouldn't argue with that. Yeah, DC 100%. Mappers who? No, I won't say that. I'm not going to be publicly dishing them. But anyway.
We need a decent class tractor.
Sorry?
We need a decent class tractor.
We do need a decent class tractor.
Yeah.
We need the Xerion 5000. We need someone to do a Xerion 5000 very early on, for sure. In my opinion. So
that's my baby.
That's my baby too. So yeah, I'm with you on that one. Oops.
So where is the guy who was emptying us?
I'm here. I'm just emptying DJ now, and I'll be over to you in a second. G'day, Sandy. Shamrock. No, this is not Shamrock Valley map. Unfortunately, I don't have Shamrock Valley map in early access. Again, Oxygen David, if you're listening. Actually, I'm not going to push it because I'll get in trouble when I next go in Frontier Design Discord. I'll be yelled at. No, this is Bullet Bill's latest map. This is Lone Oak Farm. It's the realistic one-to-one layout, or partially one-to-one layout, of a real map in Oregon. A real farm in Oregon. And we are doing a multiplayer session on Lone Oak Farm. And I currently have some good friends of the channel. I have DJ and Farmer Oops in the house that are helping me look after all of our fields. We have all the fields owned on this map, and we are in harvest modes. We have 50 odd fields to harvest, and just 3 of us in here at the moment doing it, so it's a lot of work to do coming up. So we'll just do the best we possibly can. Alright, Oops, I'm full. I'll be back and finish you off when you've refilled again. Alright, so what we're going to do with this is we're going to take this straight over to the beet sale area, because we're not going to keep the beets. We've got no need to keep any beets at the moment. So it's just purely a matter of making some money. And then once we get to $3 million again, even though we were close to that, because then I just had to buy a potato harvester for DJ. Once we get to 3 million, we'll buy another $1 million worth of sheep, and then once we've done that and we get back up to 3 million again, we might buy some cows or some pigs. Now we'll go up this way.
I am the sheep farmer on Lone Oak, the ice and Johnny.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh, you poor man for farming with Johnny and Ice. Seriously.
It's fun.
I know, it's fun. I'm only playing, mate. Sandeep says, nice. I just subscribed, by the way. Oh, no worries. Thank you, Sandeep. It's much appreciated. Hope you enjoy your stay. Look at that beautiful view. There's a beautiful view. There's the Lone Oak on Lone Oak Farm, looking out to the beautiful sunset as I'm about to go ploughing through the cornfield. All right, and go back to driving and concentrating.
With your bad driving.
Shh.
When you don't concentrate.
Hey, zip. Shh. You can't dish the boss. Shh.
Yeah, it's
just trying to make a point here. Sometimes.
Yeah, sorry, but his driving is real bad.
Now look, come on.
I could really tell that when he
my driving is nowhere near as bad as Icelandic Farmers. It's also nowhere near.
I haven't seen it, so I can't tell the difference.
Also nowhere near as bad as DJ's, who's in the channel with us, because at least when I do bad driving on the field and I'm actually looking after a field and say sowing a crop, I actually do the whole field, not leave half the field unsown. So
well, I'm sorry that I didn't know that you were going to leave the server on so I could finish the field.
Never let the truth can get away. Good story, but anyway. Sai says, just occurred to me, when did I take on the role of chat troll? The day you came into my Discord channel, Sai. You've been a chat troll ever since. Sorry. Is that not true? Sai says he has you there, DJ. See, I'm right. Right, now which one was Spuds and which one was Beats? I've forgotten.
Spuds is on the left.
You sure?
Yes.
All right. On the left, what? Looking out from the sheds or looking into the sheds?
As soon as you drive in, it's on the first on the left. The right one is the Beats.
And our other
the one you're reversing into is Beats.
Right. Well, that's right then. And our wonderful chat
you've
troll.
Got potatoes.
You got potatoes.
Oh, I have to.
You've got potatoes.
All right, that's all right. That's all right. I'm just testing you. Our second chat troll, one of many, DC, has said, Spuds the little brown things. Well, thanks for that, you Rhodes Scholar, you. I can also tell you those little brown things are not always spuds either. If you get my meaning. Why isn't that unloading?
Because you got to go further into the box, boy.
I was blocked. I couldn't go any further into it.
Drive straight and then drive back in straight.
Oh, shush. Stop watching the stream and watch what you're doing.
I am watching what I'm doing. I'm holding the accelerator button. going 10 kilometers per hour harvesting potatoes. What are you doing?
Trying to dump some brown things into a container.
The
Yes.
cruise control don't work for you.
The what?
Cruise control.
Cruise control? What about cruise control?
Does the cruise control work for him?
No, I'm using cruise control.
Oh.
The only button I'm playing with is the left joystick.
The problem there, Oops, that would require DJ. That would require DJ actually coordinating like two hand movements, and that's not possible. DC says second. I was here first. Well, actually, no, you weren't here first, but you were here before
No,
DJ.
you weren't.
So, but anyway, don't eat the yellow snow either. Well, that's probably a good idea, but you've learnt that the hard way, haven't you, DC? Sai says doesn't help is all O. Huh? Okay, I'm confused. I'm losing the plot. I'm getting confused. Not this hard.
Don't confuse Ducky.
No, don't confuse me. No, that's not a good thing. The
really
heart
is.
rate will go up, blood pressure will go up.
Because he wonders the same question. What are they asking?
Shh. Zzz. Zzz.
He start talking about horses here again.
I'm going to mute you. Oh, touche.
Yeah, exactly.
Touche. All right. Why are you both picking on me today? Like, is it just because there's only the two of you here and
Well,
there's no
yeah,
one
it's
else?
just the two of us, really. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sai,
But
I'm gonna ban you, Sai. Sai says DJ and cruise control like you and basic steering.
A good one, Si. Thanks for that.
You were one of my most favourable subscribers, and I was going to basically say that you were a friend of mine on the channels, but that's very quickly been rescinded, bastard.
G-rated, boy.
That's G-rated. It's Australian.
Yeah, I know.
It's an Australian
let it
G
go,
rating, not a Canadian G rating. Come on, hurry up, harvest.
so, which days are you play this one?
This'll probably be more than likely my Saturday morning or Sunday morning. Probably the Sunday morning, but then see that then clashes with Johnny V and the boys as well.
Yeah.
But I mean they do it a lot earlier than what I'll be doing it, so it may not clash as much. But then that's probably not such a bad thing either, because then that means that I haven't got Johnny V in the channel to plant beets everywhere. So yeah, I haven't decided 100% as yet, but yeah, we'll see how we go with that.
Yeah, it's bad because I can't join you when I was playing with Johnny and Ice.
Well, do you do that just on the Sunday morning, which is the Saturday night for you, or do you do it both Friday and Saturday night?
Friday, Saturday and Sunday.
Okay, all right.
We are trucking on the Sundays.
Yeah. Oh, well, you just have to.
But it's
you
a
just-
long walk on Friday and Saturday.
Well, you just have to join in when we do it during the week ad hoc, like at this sort of time, if possible. But anyway, we'll just have to see how it goes.
Yeah.
Nathaniel Lee says hi. Hi, Nathaniel. Weren't you here before? Or am I
Yeah,
losing
he
it?
was, actually.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Maybe just like people saying hi to him, or he's testing me to see if I'm still saying hi to everyone. So I says, no, there's no poor JV. Don't start feeling sorrowful for JV. He deserves everything he gets. Absolutely everything he gets. In fact, he needs more. Bryce says it clashes with my Saturday night adult beverage time. Fair enough.
What is wrong tonight?
What
you
is-
have 9 who's watching you, and you have only 1 like.
What
Hit
is wrong
the
with
like button, people.
What is wrong with me? There's nothing wrong with me.
No, what is wrong? I said.
I just
Hit the
haven't.
like button. and
I just
people-
haven't begged for likes. I don't bother doing that anymore. I don't see the point. But if people want to like, then
Everyone
feel free.
dislike then if he's not begging you for likes.
If you dislike a video, that means you love it more. That
Yeah,
is the
exactly.
reason why dislikes the button.
Have you two finished?
Have we?
Have you two finished now? You finished trying to destroy my channel?
I didn't say we were destroying it. You said it. DC said it as well.
Yeah, I know. I can see DC.
DC just eggs us on.
He's about to get a timeout, I can assure you. Nathaniel Lee says, hi everyone in chat, and how are you doing today? We are all doing well, Nathaniel. But weren't you here before? Or was that a different Nathaniel?
Yeah, he was. I don't know, actually.
Might have been a different Nathaniel. I'm just going to have a look.
Might have been.
If we're having two Nathaniels in there, then I'm going to get really confused.
Yes. Be confused.
I can't find it, can't find it.
Should be way up the top.
I was after I was here. Yeah, it was Nathaniel. Okay, anyway, doesn't matter. Confusion and neutral. Yeah, thanks, Bryce. First like. Oh, you gave me the first like, did you, DC? After everyone's disliked it. Champion.
After you said, you know, dislike train.
I didn't say dislike train.
No, I mean DC.
Yeah. Oh, friends like you, who needs enemies, I tell you. Oh, it was you, was it, Sandeep? Thank you, mate. At least I can rely on someone. You're going to become my new best friend. At least I'll have one.
Don't be.
Shut up. Oh, why are some people so unkind?
No, we're just kind. We're just having fun.
I know. And I would expect... Oh, looking out the rear of the tractor. That's not very good. All right. What else is there to talk about? Let me see. What else have we got?
That's gone a bit quiet, actually.
Yeah. Because I stopped talking because you're all pulling the mickey out of me, and I've got feelings and I'm getting upset. No, I can't back that up. That's not true.
No.
I haven't got feelings at all. So I says, cut you down to build you back up and cut you down again. That's okay.
Yep.
That's okay. I'm
just like a tree.
I'm just here for your entertainment, Si. I'm just here for your entertainment. Entertainment, yeah. It's all right. I understand. I do. And just as you guys don't know that every night after I stream and you lot are in here pulling the mickey out of me, I go to bed and I cry all night and don't get any sleep and then come back and stupidly do it all again because I think one day maybe one of you might like me and be nice and all that sort of stuff.
Oh, we love you, Dark. Don't worry about
it. Stop being a facetious pain in the bum.
That's true, DC.
Oh, I'm surprised you said it at least. Anyway. Look, it is good fun. I mean, this is, as I've said it 1,000 times. I mean, doing the videos is good fun, but being able to stream, that is the best part. I mean, having the interaction with everyone. I say everyone, the 5 or 6 people that I end up interacting with normally. I mean, look, there have been some streams we've been lucky. We've had quite a few people in, but for tonight, there's only a few, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I mean, just the fact that you're able to have some fun with people and have a bit of a chat and all that sort of stuff, that's the most enjoyable part of it all, I think. So yeah.
Welcome to the stream, Nathan.
Whoever that was.
Oh, was that someone else in Discord?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Nathan, I think it was.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, g'day, Nathan.
Yeah.
G'day, Nathan. How are you?
Hello.
I just joined your Discord.
Okay, fantastic. Welcome. Oh, what's going on there? Trailer. Come on.
Y'all want to do a Q&A?
A Q&A?
Ooh.
5 questions and answers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you want to ask me questions?
Yeah.
Oh, sure, if you want to. Just nothing personal, because then I might cry. I've got stuck on this building. I'm going to cry.
What are you doing?
He got stuck.
The game stuck early.
Hang on, mate. Hang on. Just let me try. And extricate myself.
I've gotten stuck.
How can I get stuck like that? Seriously? Oh, righto.
What's your favorite game?
Turn your wheel to the right.
Oh, shut
And
up.
then
I'm not asking
reverse.
you. I'm not asking you. Shut up. Okay? Let me deal with this.
Fine, you're not getting any help then.
It is. It's the pressure of the Q&A. That's what's done it to me. I can't do two things at once. Yeah, hang on, Nathan. I'll just be with you in a second.
Okay.
Just let me sort this out. All right. All right, buddy. Now shoot. Let's go.
Got Grizzly.
Yep.
First. What's your favorite game and been playing it for?
What's my favourite game? Well, I think that's pretty...
How long have you been playing that for?
Okay. All right. My favourite game. Well, that's pretty obvious. If you just... DC, I'm going to so slap you. My favourite game is Farming Simulator 17. And how long have I been playing it for? I can tell you if I just tab out for a second. I can tell you I've been playing Farming Simulator 17 for 3,180 hours. Is that pretty accurate for you?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Now, Danny J.
Here comes the hard questions.
Oh, great.
Here comes
you get
the hard
unstuck?
one.
Oh, great.
What is your of food to eat?
I don't really have a... You said favourite, yeah?
Yeah.
Horse pie.
Porterhouse steak. Can't go wrong with
I like
porterhouse.
steak. Now, D.D. Elmer? Or
It's just Oops. Just call him Oops.
Yeah, just call him Whoops.
Oops. Hey,
Yeah. Oops. That's what he says every few minutes when he lets one go. I mean, yeah.
Didn't know about that.
Yeah.
Cracked in Farmston. Like, ran into somebody when they're working.
What did you say?
Have you crashed into someone in Farmer Simulator?
Oh! Oops! He crashes into everyone.
Crash into me?
Why do you think they call me Oops?
Oh, here we go. Question duck. What? Here you go. Size getting in on it now. Jesus, this is going to be fun, isn't it? Nathan, I may kill you for starting this. That's for sure. Question duck. What is your name? What is your quest? What is the SP velocity of an unladen swallow? Well, the answer to all that is Google.
Yes.
Oh, wrong button.
Yeah, totally.
Yes, mate. I'm awaiting with bated breath.
Have you ever been on a wild goose chase?
Ooh,
Well, I played this
that's a toughie
game.
there.
I played this game with some geese. So I mean, does that count?
Yeah.
In reality, have I ever been on a wild goose chase? Yes, I was in the Navy for some period of time, and everything that the Navy did was a wild goose chase. So yes. Oh dear.
DJ.
Dan.
DC. Yeah.
How long have you been playing Farmston?
3 minutes.
I can tell you.
Not long enough because he doesn't know how to drive.
Says you. You've been playing for what?
Just answer the
3,000
question.
hours?
Just answer the question. You can't handle the truth.
Question.
Yes, I'm getting there.
Or I'll have DoughBoy kick you off the server.
Why would he do that when he needs my help anyway?
I think Nathan, you're writing checks your body can't cash at the moment.
Yeah, exactly. I've got 372 hours on record.
Oh, you noob!
I've only just recently built this computer that can run Farming Simulator 17.
Stop making excuses. You're a noob.
I'm dead set.
Noob.
You're writing the large check there.
So Nathan, are you doing this like as a school project or just out of interest?
Out of interest.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. And do you mind me asking? I'm going to ask you a question now. How old are you?
Now, Danny J, how old are you?
No. You can't answer a question with a question.
Ask. He asked you a question.
Oh, I'm 17 years old.
17? Okay. And where do you live?
Fox, Arkansas.
Arkansas.
United
Okay.
States.
Wow.
Kansas, as I like to say, because I don't believe there's a W there anywhere. That's just me. It's like those
That's
Canadians
you, yeah.
up north. Oh, this trailer keeps on getting caught up on things. It's just the trailer, not me.
What's wrong with you?
Oh, nothing. But anyway. Actually, there's many things wrong with it.
You need a bigger trailer.
So
Hey, look, is he completely emptying you, or is he half emptying you?
Well, I'm full. I can't keep emptying him if I'm full.
No, I mean, does he empty you?
Yeah, he does.
Okay, that's
well,
good
it's a 40,000 litre trailer, and you guys have got 20,000 litre capacity, so it's pretty much a full load from both of you.
Yeah. I'm a little bit slower to turn than you.
Hey, DJ.
Yep.
Is it okay if I call you DJ? Jeff
Yeah, it's
or
better
Danny
probably if
J?
you. Yeah, it's still better if just call me DJ.
Just call him. No, you can call him Jazzy Jeff the DJ.
No. But I know who Jay-Z Jeff is, so it's alright. Just DJ.
DJ.
Oh!
DJ.
Are y'all ready for 19?
Yeah, I'm actually pretty excited to play 19.
Send it now. Cotton and oat.
Yeah. Oh damn, that went quick. Oh no, it's foggy.
That's early.
Yes, Nathan.
How old are you and where do you live?
Classified and Australia.
And he really means classified.
Oh,
That's a
because
big
he
secret.
was in the Navy.
Correct.
Hey, he is.
I
Yes,
won't know
exactly.
where.
1 second.
Oops.
That?
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, Si, but anyway.
He just joined in the left.
Yeah.
Hey, up.
All right. Well, I think that'll do for now, Nathan. We'll just continue on with the other gregarious type chat that we do, and we can do the Q&A again some other time as well. But that was good. Thank you.
Or
So-
we could do a live stream just based on the Q&A
We could do a what?
tomorrow. live stream based on Q&A?
Probably unlikely, but we'll see. We'll see. Oh, I've done it again.
What have you done?
Oh, that building.
Stuck.
Almost. I didn't get stuck this time.
So how many times is this now? Can you count?
No, so I can't count.
Duh.
Yes, mate.
Farmer Min.
Sorry, what?
By the name of Farmer Min. Min. Like.
I'm not sure what you mean, mate. Sorry.
He's a console player, and I was typing in chat, I don't like Butterfingers, and he accidentally said, please ban him, or, timeout me. I was just joking.
Oh, okay.
I was just joking with them.
Yeah, you got to be careful. I mean, you got to be careful what you say in people's streams, because they don't like necessarily like saying bad things about other streamers and stuff like that, because it just causes angst and fights.
I didn't say anything bad.
No, but they sort of don't like you talking about it in general, because number one, it's talking about someone else that is in competition essentially with them, that sort of stuff. Certainly, I'm not necessarily the same here, but you just have to be mindful of what you say in people's chats, because it can get you timed out for certain things at certain times, and everyone's different. But but we certainly don't talk. We talk in here about YouTubers that are sort of part of our little bit of community that we all know and get along with and all that sort of stuff, but we don't openly go out and promote other YouTubers and all that sort of stuff. So generally, if you are going to talk about a YouTuber, just be mindful. Generally, it doesn't hurt to ask permission before you talk about someone and all that sort of stuff as well, just to make sure you don't offend anyone or anything else. So that's the tips I would give for you going forward. But yeah, it's like someone coming in like asking for moderator. The easiest way to become a moderator is don't ask to become a moderator. Things like that. So it's just some little tips and tricks that sort of some people aren't aware of and don't sort of necessarily know. So it's all good.
Hey, do you know Eustace Pharmer?
Eustace Pharmer is a very, very good friend of mine, and we're co-founders of the Simulation Gaming Society. So yes, I know Eustace.
Oh.
He's a very good friend of mine.
And
I don't like saying that publicly. Sorry, go.
I found one of your pictures. It said, "Oops, I didn't shut down the server overnight."
Correct.
And it's a picture of was it Lone Oak you're on right now?
Correct. Lone Oak. Yep. Yes, I didn't shut down the server the other night. So yeah.
Yeah, would have been nice to know.
Last Monday.
Yep.
That last Monday. 4:03 p.m. Central Time. When I joined, it said the Wild Nation appeared. A wild.
Yeah, that's just something Discord does on its own. So yeah, just like a welcoming message. So Si says I can't take my shoes. Why would you want to take your shoes off, Si? What's that, Bryce?
Because he's got sweaty feet.
Oh, great. I need to know that. Bryce says because
taking a guess.
Bryce, we got 3 trolls in the chat tonight. So Bryce says because he made the stone tablets for the YouTube commandments. Obviously he's talking about the fact that I said my age was classified. Well, that's very nice. Yeah, I think it was Oops that said that, mate, but it could be Thursday his time. It depends. I mean, but yeah, 20th of November is a Tuesday here. Yes, I believe. I think. Well, what am I saying? 20th will be a Tuesday everywhere. Oh dear,
It'll be night time our time, but it'll be daytime their
I
time.
think it's time to go to bed.
You need another drink.
On that high note, oh shit, it's 20 to 1. Okay. All right, yeah, we're gonna have to call this one very soon because it's 20 to 1 and I need to get up early.
Yeah, so do I.
I got a big meeting to go to tomorrow. I'll be in trouble if I'm late. Oh, he didn't even stop.
Somebody else in the Discord with me so I can have somebody to talk to.
Sorry, mate.
While you go to sleep, can everybody stay with me, and so I could do the Q&A with them instead of you, without you?
Oh well, it's entirely up to them. But I think DJ will probably be going to bed because he's pretty much the same time zone as me, and I think I don't know what Oops is going to be doing, but yeah, well, it's up to them entirely.
Yeah, I got to knock off to bed as soon as the stream's over because I got school in the morning.
What about you, Up?
I'm going to. I have to go out with my mother, take her out.
Oh, enjoy that. Oops.
No, he's gonna visit my grave after my father.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go take this this load over and sell it, and we might as well start doing the signing off. Because yeah, we've been at it a lot longer than I planned. We've been here for 2 hours and 22 minutes, and that's means I've been here for 3 hours basically.
Not normal. Yeah, not normal.
No, it's not normal. That's not normal.
Not normal for you.
But it's good. Hey, look, it's been good fun. I mean,
exactly.
probably no one will ever watch the playback of it ever. But anyway, that's okay. We've had some good fun.
Are
so
we gonna, we're gonna leave the equipment.
Just leave the equipment in the field, mate, because we just once I leave, it shuts down the server anyway. So
yeah,
just be there ready to when we come back. So and if you leave it in the equipment, I'll just blame DJ for leaving it out there anyway. So it's all good. So
because he has no one else to blame.
No, you're just convenient. So we'll start doing our signing off. So firstly, thanks very much to the guys that have come and joined us today in chat. So that would be Simulation for the Nation, Bryce, DC, Cy, Nathaniel, Sandeep, our new subscriber. Thank you and welcome again, Sandeep. I don't know if you're still here with us at the moment, but thank you for subscribing and joining the channel and being my one friend. David, who was here earlier, David Bull. The other David that was here very early on as well, and of course Icelandic Farmer, our nemesis. So it is always great fun. I thank you very much for joining us. I know it was a very impromptu stream. I would like to extend a very hearty thank you to Farmer Oops and to DJ for joining me today in the multiplayer server, and also obviously in the Discord server. So it's been a wonderful evening, or early morning now.
Oops, look to your right.
Well, what are you
Almost
doing?
In sync. Almost in sync.
Oh.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it's been a wonderful time. I would like to thank you again very much for joining and supporting the channel. It is really more than I actually expected in relation to people coming in and having fun with us and all that sort of stuff. And pulling the mickey out of me, of course. It goes without saying, as I stuffed that one up yet again. Anyway, see, there's always a laugh a minute or a stuff up from me. Anyway. Oh, whose music's that?
That would be Nathan.
Not kosher.
Oh, I heard,
yes,
I
DC.
heard music from Up.
Yes, DC, you missed the rest of the Q&A. Anyway, thanks very much. I think you'd be concerned if no one was harassing you. That's right, DC. So no, thank you once again for everyone for joining us. It's been great fun. Don't forget, we'll be online live streaming over the weekend. Exactly when, where, how and why, I don't really know, other than the where. I'll be streaming from here, obviously, and on YouTube. But other than that, I look forward to catching up with you all either on the Discord channel or in our live streams. Take care, all of you, and no matter whether it's morning, afternoon, evening or night, look after yourselves and your loved ones, and we shall see you again very, very soon back here at DoughBoy Gaming. Take care all, and we'll see you very, very soon. See you later.
Bye, Mo.
Bye.